All right. It's your boy Heaven Hollywood. King Media Podcast. Heaven Hollywood Experience. Hit that like button coming through the door, sir and ma'am. Sir and ma'am. Hit that like button coming through the door, y'all. In about 26 hours, Hot Ish is going to be available for streaming, available for buying, available for shit talking. So all the Cardi fans, y'all gotta be ready, man. She dropped a snippet today. Give y'all a little piece of them bars. I liked it. You know, I could have dealt without the symbolism at the end, but that's what it is now. Whether it was for the blood gang or other means. But the bars. That's fire. Now that was fire. I wasn't expecting that. That little portion of the verse. That made that whole little portion of the verse. Y'all get ready, man. Cardi B dropping midnight Thursday going into Friday. Now, I'll give Barty Gang advice. And I'm just like that. If anybody else drops, if there's any other fan base that drops, I always give the best advice. It's just that people don't listen to me. And then they don't listen to me, and then not so great things happen. I'm not going to say bad things happen, but things that could have been better don't happen when you don't listen to the king of media. All right? Very smart move. I thought it was dropping this snippet. She's up in on a high rise on, looks like she's on a patio or on a roof in New York City. And that was basically the basis of the music video. Takes place in New York City. So she's staying with that same theme. She wasn't somewhere in her home or something like that where you couldn't see the outside. Because the music video, from what I'm assuming, from what I've heard, takes place majority outside in the New York setting. So be prepared for all the Cardi fans. And when they say, Heaven, what do you mean be prepared? Well, you have to be prepared to expect the unexpected. You have to be able to expect the unexpected. Have all of your streaming avenues ready. Have up all streaming platforms if possible. Right? You don't want to just stream from the same platform over and over and over and over. Especially with YouTube. You want to keep hitting YouTube. And those views will get jammed up. So now let me tell you how to avoid getting your views jammed on YouTube and how to avoid getting your faves views jammed on YouTube. And this is a group thing. You have to all do it together. I'm even going to tell the people who aren't Cardi fans so then they can carry it over for their thing if they want to listen. But a lot of reasons why people's views get jammed and they stay in one spot is that people trying to manipulate the views. They try to manipulate the views. And maybe 3 or 4 years ago, that may have worked. That may have worked 3 or 4 years ago. It doesn't work anymore. It doesn't work anymore. So, in order for you not to jam up Cardi's views where it's sitting at the same amount for an hour or two, don't try that old trick of, oh, you only need 12 seconds. Because back in the day, you would only have to listen to the video for 12 seconds. And it counted the view, and then you could just start it over, listen to it for 12 seconds. Start it over, listen to it for 12 seconds. And people would do that all night. That does not work anymore. Trust me. You are only allowed, in order for your numbers to count, you are only allowed to listen to a song 2 times every half hour. You can listen to it 2 times in the first half hour, and then 2 times in the second half hour. Anything after that, you can listen to it, but it ain't gonna count. And it might, and if you're saying, okay, well, I just won't have it count, I just want to listen to it again, you're gonna put her in jeopardy. You're gonna put your fave in jeopardy of their numbers stopping and freezing for hours. Because then they have to go in and cipher what's real, what's not real. So please be aware of that. Young Bart TV, welcome. Everyone's saying, do you think that she is just kidding about the music video to throw the ops off? No, she's not kidding. Unless some sort of miracle happens within the next 24 hours, which I don't foresee it happening, the music video will not be presented tomorrow. You hear people out there on the blog saying, oh, she had to pay Kanye, and I mean, that's nonsense. Don't listen to that. It had nothing to do with her having to pay Kanye or her having to pay Dirk, and she didn't pay them. Just don't listen to that. That had absolutely nothing to do with it. Nothing. Had nothing to do with it. It just so happens when you're trying to enhance your visuals, because you constantly have people trying to clock your visuals and people trying to copy your visuals. So you have to try to step it up a notch. So with this video, she tried to shoot it a little different. She wanted the different look. She carved out the look she wanted. She wanted it shot a little different. and it was supposed to be done, shot, edited, mixed, all of that, audio up, everything perfect. So for when she dropped the song, because she hates dropping without videos. Big Paper, she was supposed to do a video with Big Paper, but because it took her to the last hour to finish up the verses, they didn't get a chance to shoot the video. So she had to deliver Big Paper without a video, and it cost her. So this one, all of those pictures and stills, those are from the video. That's the look. That's the look from the video. New York, tower, or the high-rise buildings. That's the look from the video. So no, she didn't try to come out and say, oh, she didn't shoot a video and the video was shot. She never ever said she didn't get a chance to shoot the video. That's anti-Cardi people trying to paint a narrative. And like I said, I'm not blaming any particular fan base because they get upset. Oh, why you always blame us? Anti-Cardi people, whoever you may be. That's the anti-Cardi people. Hell, Candace Owens is an anti-Cardi person. I'm talking to her too. The anti-Cardi people that say, oh, she tried to come and get sympathy and say she never shot a video, but she really did. She never said she didn't shoot the video. She said the video was not coming out with the song. The video was shot. The video's shot already. So I'm going to assume the video will probably become the week after or the following Monday. They're trying to at least get it done. I'm skipping the following Tuesday. So where they usually used to drop music. She's gonna probably go to that form instead of dropping the music. She'll drop the music on Friday, and hopefully, if all goes well, she'll drop that video Monday night going into Tuesday. Now, the only reason that may not happen is because it's a holiday. Me personally, I would wait till the following week because this is a long holiday. All right. But be prepared. I can tell you all, just like I could tell any other fan base when they ask me. I give out advice. I don't withhold advice from anybody. But be prepared. The fix is in. The sabotage has begun. So you're going to get other people looking at the charts and finding out the numbers of last week's number 1 and last week's number 2. And they're going to stream those records. There's nothing you can do about it. Nothing you can do about it. You just have to keep streaming the record, buy it. Do not break the rules because they're onto it. They're onto it. I like I said, I give everyone fair warning. They're onto it. These record companies and these labels over the past 10 years has lost a lot of money. They've lost a lot of money and they've given out money unjustifiably for trick streams. Is that what they call them? for trick streams, fake buys. They're tired of dishing out money when the song isn't really getting streamed, or when the song is just, when you're buying instrumentals and stuff like that, that is not going to be of any use. You're trying to trick the meter. They're onto it. Trust me. That's why all these changes, Billboard has got with the record labels. That's why all these changes take place. They were able to bust people that were even giving strangers money. They were able to bust people who were giving strangers money. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say every single person got caught. But if they see that, they see the algorithm of the sales, right? They see the algorithm of the streams. They already cut the credit card thing down. So I'm telling you, you can believe me. You don't have to believe me. Y'all go in there pulling that credit card, but BS, it ain't gonna work. I'm telling you, trust me, it's not. It may go through, and they may take your money. But then when that end of the week rolls around, and they're like, hold up, we're supposed to drop the numbers on Monday, but wait a second, we have to do an audit. We have to audit and find out what's real and what's not real. So buy, stream, but stay within the rules. Stay within the rules. Because you may not think you're going to get caught, but then it's going to affect the person that you're buying for in the end. So stream that record 2-4 times an hour. When you're making playlists, put that song on your playlist in between. Put 2 songs in between it. Don't have it back to back, just looping. They're not going to count it. You make a playlist, put the song, put 2 songs, put that song again, put 2 songs, put that song again, put 2 songs. That's the way you have to do it. And I just say, just forget. Don't get caught up in the shenanigans. Don't get distracted from what you guys are trying to do. She's dropping with no music video. That makes it a little harder. So y'all gonna have to go out there and stream that record, and you're gonna have to keep streaming and keep buying until when's those numbers? Next Friday? So next Friday. Keep doing it. Records, like I said, I was already told before she dropped the snippet. I was already told by somebody the record's fire, and they said all 3 of them had hot verses, and that's before she dropped the snippet. Music video, simply someone not doing their job, and they may end up losing it. From what I was told, they may end up losing it. Now, you also got people that are painting a fake narrative about the show she's got coming up. That's already been a scheduled show, a strategically set show that's going to get her ready for her European tour that she's going to do. Because the people that are in that city, which, like I said, Atlantic's very strategic. They do a lot of research. The people that are in that city mostly mimic the type of crowd that she's going to have on her European tour. So she wants to go do a dress rehearsal, so to speak, right? It has nothing to do with, oh, Atlantic is tired of paying her money and they're making her. Bro, Atlantic has no issue. Like, I can tell you that from trust me, the Atlantic guy I've been knowing for 30 years. I've been knowing Michael Kaiser for 30 years. And trust me, Atlantic has no issue with Cardi. No more than they have any other issue. Things happen. Cardi is right now their biggest artist, unless you're talking about Bruno Mars. But she's their biggest budget artist other than Bruno. So when you dealing with someone that has to deal with such a large budget and requires a large budget, because she's stepping up her stage show. She's stepping up the stage show. Everybody has a certain niche. Cardi's niche is visual. You can tell with the videos. You're going to be able to tell with the stage show. And she made a lot of people step their game up. They won't admit it because they never like admitting that Cardi set a standard for something. They always want to go with this narrative. She's not original. She has no talent. She has no impact. She has no this. She has no that. However, everyone that's stepping up those music videos are doing it because of her. Because no one was spending money for music videos. Everyone stopped spending money. Like I said, I do budgets. That's what I do for my living. I'm not a YouTuber for my living. I create budgets. I create proposals for movies, budgets for videos, budgets for Broadway shows, budgets. That's my bread and butter. That's how I feed my family. So people were not doing music videos like that anymore until Cardi came with Pressed, and everyone said, "Oh my God, yo, this video looks expensive. Like, who? No one's doing expensive videos anymore." Then WAP, people were doing stuff with WAP. They were using green screen, but Cardi set wasn't green screen. She wasn't using green screen. There may have been one scene, one or two scenes where they used green screen, but for the main part, those were sets. Those were sets. So trust me, she put everybody on notice with their music videos. Now you see other female rappers start using Cardi's director and start using Cardi's lighting guy and start using Cardi's videographer. It's all good. Cardi has no issue with it. At least she hasn't made us think about it publicly. But just know they're doing that for a reason. They're doing that for a reason. Hold it. spot. I don't know. That little part right there. That little part right there added in with this electric. I don't know whether a lot of people probably, a lot of youngins probably even know where that's from. But the whole, I might slide on the op, it's electric. She's really stepped up her double entendre game, going back to big paper. That's why I said she's taking up, she's picking up where she left off. She really stepped up her entendre game. For everybody, oh, it sounds like to me, the delivery sounds nothing like Up. The beat may be similar to Up, but her flow is not the same flow as Up. And now when you throw in Dirk and throw in Kanye West, and again, like I said to people, as far as giving you advice, get with Kanye West fans, get with Lil Durk fans. Y'all got to stream this together. It's going to be a together thing. Because like I said, she's not coming with a music video. It's going to be a together thing. You have to do it together. People are already doing TikTok videos. She only dropped 16 seconds of a clip. So do not concentrate on anything else except streaming this record. I'm telling you. Streaming, buying. Once you've bought the amount of time that you're going to buy, start streaming. And don't like stream for the first couple of nights either, because trust me, it gets tougher and tougher as the week goes on. You have to keep that same energy through the entire week. Because when she dropped Up, a lot of people did the same thing. They were like, "Oh, let's go stream Olivia Rodrigo." You know? So you could tell her not having the video, she, bothered her, because she was like, "Well, I'm just gonna put it out. If it does good, it does good." But then she realized it's a really good record, according to her. So she said she thinks it's gonna do good. So y'all stream that really quickly. Black people, why are y'all so upset that R. Kelly got sent to jail? I thought that y'all wanted him to go to jail. I mean, he's guilty for sleeping with children. And everyone was saying, "Oh, he got to go to jail. He got to go to jail. He got to go to jail." Now that he's went to jail, he's got sent up for 30 years. I see people complaining. This isn't right. Everyone knew about R. Kelly. Everyone knew about Jeffrey Epstein, Bill Cosby, and Harvey Weinstein. Everyone knew about the Catholic priests. Everyone knew about Trump. I am so tired of people protecting rich perverts, keeping their dark secrets for decades. Tariq Nasheed said R. Kelly was just sentenced to 30 years under racially biased RICO law. I can't co-sign this at all. And Tariq Nasheed has daughters. Tariq. Rick, what are you doing? Hey, ate his black ass up into it. Ate your black ass up, Tariq. You should have knew better than that, brother. So, and let's get me wrong, and I'm not trying to stunt on my brothers and sisters, but I'll just say we because I'm a brother. But we are the most flip floppingest, wishy washiest culture or race. We're the flip floppiest, wishy washiest race out of all the races. And I don't say that proudly. We flip flop more than motherfucking flip flops. 1 minute, we don't want R. Kelly in jail. The next minute, we want R. Kelly in jail. The next minute, when he goes to jail, how can they do this to R. Kelly? How come they're not doing that to the white people? Flip flopping, flip flopping, flip flopping. She said, she doesn't seem in shape for a tour. Well, the tour's not starting tomorrow, Swan. She knows she has to get in shape. That is one thing she has to do for a tour. She has to get in shape, but she has time. She's not that out of shape. She admitted herself she's a little heavier, but she can get in shape in a month. The tour is not going to start in a month. She's going to do kind of like a mock performance. She's going to probably go out on the European tour, probably what, September, October? She has plenty of time to get in shape. She's not going to be, it's not going to start tomorrow. But she knows what she has to do, and she's going to get in shape. And I think it is once again a very brilliant idea starting it off European. Right? But we have to stop flip flopping, y'all. It's either do we want this Negro in jail for what he did to them kids? I'll say this. I never had an issue. People take it when I say, well, what about so and so and what about so and so? That doesn't mean I'm not saying lock up R. Kelly. Yes, lock up R. Kelly, but at the same time, you're gonna have to lock up these daughters' parents who was driving their child to R. Kelly's house because they wanted R. Kelly to make their daughter a star so they can make up for them ruining their own lives, trying to live vicariously through this poor child. So a lot of them were putting pressure on their daughter to go link up with R. Kelly, and they know it. And R. Kelly had to pay them to keep them quiet. Now R. Kelly has run out of money. He's run out of money. So he can no longer pay them like he was. So now all of those people, now they want to come out and say, yeah, he took advantage. Look at that. You see that? You have to make sure if you do run a YouTube channel, the moment you see that, you got to stop it. Because what happens is, if they do it enough, they can knock monetization off your channel. So anyone in here that is a YouTuber, a content creator, if you see that happen, once you start getting a certain amount of subscribers, you're gonna start seeing that spam happen. You have to stop it immediately because they do it enough, they can take monetization from your channel. So just a jewel. Um, So all I'm saying is, as far as R. Kelly goes, yes, you do something to children, you deserve to be locked up. But he ain't the only one. That's all I'm saying. He ain't the only one. And we need to see, I need to see Kevin Spacey locked up. I need to see some of these white boys locked up. I'm saying, I'm not just R. Kelly. And I need to see these parents be held accountable. That's all I want. I want these parents held accountable. Here we go again with this copyright claim. Yo, I swear, I'm so sick and tired of this, man. Ineligible. Copyright, they won't let me fix it. But we have to stop that, man. They got Ghislaine Maxwell, R. Kelly. You had an opportunity. You got caught on video. It was you. Everyone could see it was you. You got away with it. You think at that point you'd stop, but you kept going. Now you have to pay the price. You have to pay the price. Dumbness. If you're lucky enough to get away with something where you were caught red-handed on videotape, your voice and everything. Robert, I know your voice. Try to say that wasn't you. That was your voice, nigga. You get away with murder, or not murder, but you get away with something, you're supposed to stop. You see Casey Anthony, that POS girl who killed her daughter. I don't care what she said. In my opinion, killed her little 2-year-old daughter or 3-year-old daughter. She got away with murder, in my opinion. And what'd she do? She laid low. You haven't heard nothing from her since. You haven't learned nothing since. So I hope you guys took everything that I said. Use it as a jewel. And when other female rappers drop, if their fan base wants to come to me and say, Hev, can you show us how to move in a room full of vultures? I'll show them too. I'm the one of the only blogs that root for all of the women. I want all the women. I love women. So I want all the women to do good, especially the fine ones. Shit. Especially the fine ones. But I want root for all of them to do good. I'm the one, probably the only person that wants Cardi and Nicki to do a record together. No one else wants them to do it. But I want them to do it because then what are the haters going to do then? Once they say, we getting too old for this. Then everybody that's out there with their little blog pages and their little YouTube pages, that don't know how to create content, that the only way they can create content is to eat off of Nicki and Cardi's beef. That's the only way that they can create content. That's the only way they can get subs, is to cater to one or the other. That's not a content creator. That's a digital moocher. Did you see me today? I put out a sports video. Yesterday, I put out a sports video. I have a playlisting for Latino tea. I have the King of Media podcast. I got the Take It or Leave It podcast. All of it's different. It's not built on Cardi and Nicki because that beef is going to end one day. We don't know when, but one of these days, the beef is going to end. It's either going to end with them two coming to a truce, or Nicki's going to retire, or Cardi's going to retire, and then neither one of them are going to be rapping. And then all of them content creators that built their channel on that beef is going to be sitting around with their asses in their hands, and they're going to say, what do I do now? Because they ain't got no content if it wasn't for them to. Cardi don't need to apologize publicly. What, for you? She don't need to apologize publicly for you. Nicki Minaj didn't publicly apologize to Miley Cyrus, but y'all was okay with that, right? Nicki Minaj apologized in private. Miley Cyrus wanted her to apologize in public, but she didn't. But y'all don't see no problem with that, though. No, Cardi B has to apologize to Nicki Minaj. She does not have to apologize to y'all. She didn't throw a shoe at y'all. She threw a shoe at her. So y'all want her to apologize to appease y'all, but she don't have to appease y'all. She just have to appease Nicki Minaj. Miley Cyrus's godfather said he wanted Nicki Minaj to publicly apologize for calling his goddaughter a bitch on national TV. She didn't do it. Cool. But then she apologized a couple of years later in private. Because if she apologizes in public, the only thing the people who want to see it going is going to say is, that's not good enough. Oh, you waited all this time to do it? Oh, it's too late now. No, stay over there. You know, good and damn well, the majority of the people are not going to say, oh, okay, you apologize in public. We forgive you. You're not going to say that. They're not going to say that. You know it, and I know it. But at some point, my point being, at some point, Nicki and Cardi's not going to be doing music no more. At some point. Then you're not going to be able to use the beef. And that's the main reason why I pray every single night for their beef to end. I want to see what people are going to do. I know I'll be good because I know how to create content. I get it. No, I understand what you're saying, Val. But I don't think she needs to do that. I don't think she needs to do that. I think it'd be good if she apologized. But you see, the issue with that is Nicki fans don't feel as though Nicki has anything to apologize for. That's not true. Right? Y'all think they try to drive the narrative that this whole thing has been Cardi. It's not true. Because most of y'all don't know what happened behind the scenes. You just know what you see and what may have snuck out. But that whole Quavo, Nicki, Cardi thing got pretty bad. And Cardi wasn't in it by herself. That whole thing got pretty bad. I'm just gonna leave it at that. So I ain't gonna put their business in the street. So music video, it's coming. It's definitely coming. And it's been shot. People just have to start doing their jobs. Time is money. Time is money. Other than that, again, play within the rules. Don't do nothing to get your fave caught up. Don't make it so it's 12, 1 o'clock and then your YouTube numbers done stayed on done stayed on 2 million and still think like, damn, okay, this thing ain't moved in 2 hours. What's going on? No shenanigans. Just keep streaming. Don't be doing too much. Don't be trying to pay people to go meet people in the street. Hey, can you go purchase Cardi B's? Uh, as much as you can do, just do it. Save up. You had a week. You got a couple of got some, 50, 60, 70 extra dollars on your check. I know it's rent time. A lot of people got to pay rent. But it can be done. Streaming parties, I don't exactly know how to run them. But I know they all get together and stream the song and get with the Dirk and the Kanye. I mean, you got Dirk and Kanye on this record. There is absolutely no reason. Dirk is one of the hottest rappers out right now. He looked like he's going to be pretty active. Kanye don't really hardly ever promote. Kanye just lets his fans do the talking. He pretty much let his fans do it. Kanye really won't even promote a record like that. But it's mostly on Barty Gang. Don't get tricked up by narratives. Don't let, people get in your head. Just do your thing. That's all. That's all y'all got to do. Do your thing. Do your thing. Let everybody else do their thing. Um, a mix of Up and Money. It doesn't surprise me because Val. Good thing. Thank you for bringing that up. I'll speak to the Barty Gang again. It doesn't. It shouldn't surprise Barty Gang by now, and I don't feel any way about it because you know what? When Cardi dropped Up, they came up with these mystery people that said Cardi stole Up the beat. When Cardi came out with WAP, and it was successful. There's people came out and said, this girl came out and said, oh, Cardi stole there's some hoes in his house. She was the first one to sample it. Right? Bodak Yellow. Oh, that's what's his face? Right? But notice this. You notice they never say that sounds like something when the record doesn't do good? I didn't hear nobody say, Big Paper, you stole that. Nobody says that they stole Big Paper. Nobody says that they stole, the records that don't chart well. Nobody says that. She's only stealing when it's a record that does good. You ever notice that? It's not weird. That's weird. That's weird. It's only when the record does good that people say stole it. But there was also someone who came out and said, "Yikes," was their record. You didn't see nobody talking about that. So I say that to say, we're in 2022. You making a record, it's gonna sound like another record. That's just the way it is. It's going to sound like another record. It's going to mimic someone. You see what that white dude just did when Kendrick came out with that video? That great video everybody was talking about? Oh my God, Kendrick's such a genius. But then that white boy on YouTube did it like 6 years ago. Great minds think alike. It's just the way it is. When you're up sitting and thinking of something, trust me, there's somebody else up at the same time thinking of something very similar. It's just the way it is. Beyonce's remix to Savage. She said, I'm mopping. What did she say? What did Beyonce say in her remix to Savage? Hold on. Beyonce lyrics, Savage remix. Right? Beyonce said, hold on. I'm Savage, Eat Me a Record. I said remix, Savage remix. All right. So how come I can't find the one with the Beyonce one? So stupid. All right, hold on. I'm trying to get to a point. They keep on just giving me Megan Thee Stallion. There's something about an OnlyFans or whatever. All right, so what's it called? I might start up. Anyway, She says something about mopping and them sweeping chicks up or something like that, right? And then did Trolls come out after that remix? Huh? Did Trolls come out after the Savage remix? I think it did. I think it did. And then I think it did come out after the Savage remix. I think Trolls came out after the Savage remix. I mopped the floor. Now watch me sweep up these M's. Thank you, Rico. And then Nikki was on Trolls and said, it's a sweep, bitches start mopping. So when she ended her verse, she said, I mopped the floor. Now watch me sweep up these M's. And Nikki said, it's a sweep, bitches start mopping. And she ended her verse with pretty much just the same way Beyonce ended her verse, just flip the words. Now, if you're going to be fair, what do you think would have been said if Cardi B did that? Let's be fair. Because I noticed it. Not many people noticed it. I noticed it. And I was like, okay, that was not coincidence. That was not a coincidence. Beyonce ended her verse with mop and watch me sweep up these M's. And then Nikki ended her verse with it's a sweep to just start mopping. And then winked in the camera. So Nikki doesn't do anything by accident. If that had been Cardi B, after Nicki Minaj just dropped the verse and said, I'm a mop, let me sweep up these M's. And then Cardi B dropped the song a week or 2 weeks later and said, it's a sweep, bitches start mopping. What would everyone have said? Oh, no. Oh, so they wouldn't have said no, again. That's my problem with Nicki. You never want to admit, you never want to take accountability. You try to mask it with jokes. You would have said, her ghostwriters dissing Nicki. Thank you, Rico. At least Rico's honest. I like honest people. So my point is, it happens. People say words that may come out like another person's rhymes, or another person may have said that, or something similar to it. How many people have used the whole Anakupo, the whole Giannis rhyme scheme? 34 bucks to your chest, like Giannis. Buck 34 time. I'm Antetokounmpo. Like, and nobody says they're biting their lyrics. They're rhyme schemes. There's different ways to make them. People are going to use them. It's just the way it is. Thank you, Lit. Thank you, JL. They know they would, and that's my issue. See, that is my issue with that fan base. They never want to admit accountability. Just be honest. There's only 75 people in here. You can't even be honest with just 75 people. You can't even be honest with just 75 people in the live. You know exactly what they would say. Because you were trying to run the narrative of she was trying to drop this album. She's not dropping this album until Nicki drops time. That's all I've heard for the past 4 months. Now she's dropping her single Friday. I see people can't use that narrative of she's waiting for my fave. So now they say, you notice she dropped the album on the day Nicki's performing? What is that? That's not going to stop Nicki Minaj from performing. She's performing in a totally different state. But just to try to have some sort of narrative that Cardi B is doing something. She dropped a single on the day Nicki was performing in Louisiana. Like, that's not going to stop anybody from going to the concert. No one's going to say, oh, Cardi B dropped. That's it. I can't go. By the time it's time for that concert, Cardi B's song drops at midnight on Friday morning. By the time that concert rolls around, you'd be played that song out by then. It's not going to affect anything on the concert. People just didn't have a narrative anymore, so they had to make one up. And I see all those things. That's why everyone has a problem with me. See, all the other YouTubers, whatever, they let it go. That makes sense. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense at all. 1 minute you say Cardi B's a puppet, she don't control nothing. Then she's dropping her album. She's waiting on Nicki. If she's a puppet, how can she control when she drops her album? None of those artists. I got news for you. Unless you're independent, none of the artists can tell you when their album's dropping until they're told. Including Nicki Minaj, including Taylor Swift. If you are under a record label, you ain't dropping until they say you're dropping. And that's just a fact. You can tell them when you would like to drop. I worked with a record label before. I worked with Columbia Records. I worked with Def Jam Records. You can tell them when you'd like to drop. And they're going to tell you, okay, we're going to look on the calendar. If we don't have anything dropping that week or so-and-so dropping that week, oh, man, Redman's dropping that week. Method Man, Meth, can you pick another date? Because we got Redman dropping that week. Oh, man, man, I'm saying that's like my mother's birthday and shit, I'm trying to drop it on my mother's birthday. I'm trying to drop it on my mom's. I'm just trying to drop it on my mom's birthday and shit. I come up in here and shit, just trying to drop shit like for my mom's birthday, like for a little memory and shit. All right. Including Drake too. Well, Drake's on his own label now. Right? Universal distributes for him. But Drake is on his own. He could drop when he wants now. Because he's on his own, but he couldn't before. He could not before. When he was under Young Money, Cash Money, Universal, he could not drop. But now he's under his own record label. He's not independent, but he's Universal is his distributors. So it's a little different. But he could not do it when he was under not under where he's running shit through OVO. So anyway, I'm about to get up out of here. And to answer the thing, people are still. I already did the video. I thought I would explain it in the video as far as the wireless fest fit fee, right? Listen. First of all, I never said I was listening to a leak page. I said I read this on a leak page, and from me doing budgets and proposals, I said they're exactly right. They're exactly right. And then people saying 720,000. Oh no, Nicki Minaj gets more than that for one night. That's one night. Y'all act like y'all got it. Like y'all is making crazy money. Oh, that's nothing. That's nothing. That's $720,000 for less than an hour. What are you talking about? That's nothing. This is post-pandemic. People are not making the same amount of money where she may have made $1 million for a couple of shows. No one's making $1 million for one show. The going rate for a A+ star, which is what Nicki is, right now, it's like gas prices. When you're doing rates and you're working out deals, that's why you have accountants, that's why you have lawyers. Listen, I know the regular used to seeing gas at $1.80. Gas is always $1.80. Why come in today and it's $3? Because after the pandemic, shit started slowing down. You don't invite as many people in anymore. You have to take out some seats. Where you may have had 17,000 people, all the seats. Now you got to put a seat in between people for social distancing. So you may not have 17,000 seats anymore. You might only have 16,000. The venue's going to say 17,000, but there's maybe only 16,000 seats to put in use. The pandemic has changed everything. Everybody's rates have gone down. And it's just a matter of whether you feel though you can do it or not. So if they tell Nicki Minaj, and I've done budgets for wireless before. I've done budget for iHeart. Every single dollar has to get accounted for. Nicki may say, does the venue supply supervised childcare? I have a young son. I might bring my son with me to have supervised childcare. Not saying she'll take it. She might want that. What are some of the perks? All of that has to be accounted for. The perks, the type of frequency. Do you want if she doesn't have her own mics, if she's depending on them, which I don't think Nicki comes with her own mics. Rappers don't really do that anymore. We have the The Michaels, we have the now if you want to pay an extra $160, we can give you the reduced noise frequency, you know, and now if that's it, now for the exquisite package, I'm telling you, all when they try to go when they're trying to sell you a package for you performing there to get you to perform there, they're gonna offer you all those things. You want the real good mics? How much are the real good mics? Oh, only 450. That's an extra 450 on it. But we'll give it to you for 400. All of that stuff is in a budget. They don't just say, "Hey, how much do you charge to perform?" Oh, I charge $1 million. Oh, okay, come sign some kind of. No, that's not how it works. It's not how it works. That contract is discussed for days, sometimes weeks before it's finally signed. And they said, you agreed to all of this. You want this, 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 and we're going to pay you this. So she's going over there. She ain't got to pay for a trip because that's within, that comes with the pay. You're going to get tickets. We're going to pay for your tickets. If you don't want to pay for it, if you want to come on your own, then we'll take out that money that we're charging for the tickets and we'll put it back into the budget. But if not, we're going to fly you out. We're going to fly you back. They're only going to apply, and we're going to supply you with 3 tickets. So you could come, you could bring 2 other people with you that we're going to pay for. If you're going to bring anyone else, you're going to have to pay for them. We're only paying for 3 people. You and 2 other people. You want to come with an entourage? You're going to have to pay for that entourage. We're not paying for the entourage. So right about now, $750 is really all you're gonna see, and that's still a raise from what she was making in 2017. Because I believe that's the last time I did a budget for a Nicki Minaj show, and she had what they call a bundle. She was getting paid every 5 shows, and she was getting paid $3 million, before taxes. So when you even out that, every 5 shows, she was getting paid $3 million. So when you even that out, that comes out to $600,000 a show. This one, she's making 720, 730, roughly around there. So that's even more than what she made in 2017. And that was pre-pandemic. Exactly. Half the people ain't seeing 700K in their whole life. She's making that in one night. The Hulu, y'all can see on Hulu. Check your local listings. I'm gonna probably go to the iHeart one. I'm gonna probably go to the iHeart one, and maybe the other one. I'm definitely going to iHeart. And the other one is what the Rolling Loud. I'll go to that one too. That's because that's in New York. The iHeart I think's in Vegas. So I'll be there. Be there, be square, y'all. Friday, Hot Shit's out. Make sure you stream it. Friday for everybody that's traveling to the festival in Louisiana. Let me tell y'all, if y'all ain't never been to New Orleans, you better move. You gotta move a whole different way. So I don't know who's been to New Orleans before, but let me tell you something. Whoever's going out there, be safe and keep your eyes and ears open. Cause you will get got. I ain't trying to scare nobody. You will get got. If you out there walking around like you know you ain't supposed to be here, play it cool. And I wouldn't go alone. If I was a woman, I wouldn't go alone. Just keep your eyes and ears open, and please, everybody be safe, especially if you taking a child with you. I wouldn't suggest it. I wouldn't suggest you take your child to the concert, but if you have to, just be safe. Try to stay in an aisle. Try not to go into a crowd with your child because you never know when something's going to happen. And most of the time, something happens, gunshot or some sort of altercation. Most of the time, most of the hurt happens from people getting trampled. It don't even be from people getting shot or people getting stabbed. Most of the time, it's from people trampling over you. And if you got a child and that child falls, I don't even want to think about it. I have a very soft spot when it comes to think about children. I'm still not over the shooting. Still not over the shooting. So just be careful if you're bringing your kids out there. And y'all be careful, man. All right? Y'all be careful. But I thank y'all for tuning in. Party gang, go do what you do. The Barbs, um, y'all excited for Friday? Make sure you check Hulu out and go get that all situated where you can see your queen on TV if you're not going to the festival. All right, y'all. I'm thirsty as fuck. Go get me some wine, chill. Y'all have a good night. Thank y'all. I appreciate you. Appreciate you. Appreciate you so much.